Hi guys, welcome to my first ever Q&A video. You know, I feel a little bit nervous about this. I have seen the questions already, obviously, so I've had a bit of time to prepare, and it's a good job as well because one of them does ask about a date, and I'm really terrible with dates, so I needed to check. But it's really great to see the variety of questions, and if I'm honest, I was holding out for 10 questions. I got to 9, I was like, oh please, just one more. So I took a bit of time making this, so I just wanted that one more question so I could have 10 questions, which I do now. So I'm going to run through, I'm not going to mention anyone's names because I didn't get their permission beforehand, but what I will do is if you've asked a question, I'll drop you a message and just let you know I've put this video up. I've got a cushion around my belly. I'm not like conscious or anything, but it's just because I have got mud on me. I did the school run and I've come back and the dogs thought it'd be a good idea to jump up at me when they were covered in mud because it's raining outside. So I was just like, oh, I really want to get this video done. So I thought, well, I'll just wipe it and go, and that's what I did. So I thought I'll just cover it up and then I won't look back on this video in years to come and say, oh, I wish I didn't have that top on. So anyway, questions. So the first question really excites me because it just goes to show that my audience isn't so local. So the question is, what's life like in the UK? Okay, so I've lived in the UK my whole life. I've lived in different parts of the UK. So I was actually born right at the bottom of England, so I'm from England. And I was actually born right at the bottom of England in a county called Kent, in a small town by the beach, living a completely different life to how I do now. I've since moved further north and now I live in a city with my husband, and here's the reason I live here actually, because I moved up here to be with him. I've seen kind of different perspectives, and what I will say is my favourite thing about living in England is the fact that you can go to a huge city and then you can drive maybe, I don't know, sometimes even 20 minutes and you're in the countryside. And I think it's just so fantastic how it's all so close to each other. It's because we're so small. I mean, I have moved completely to the other side of the country to where I'm from, and I can get back home in about 5 hours, which is great, really, in the grand scheme of things. I'm travelling from one end of the country to the other, so that's so good. So I like the size of England is what I'm probably trying to say, and I love the fact that we can have the city life and the country life within minutes of each other. However, I do love sunshine, and it really upsets me that we don't have a guaranteed summer. This year we've done really well. I have to admit, I've been really impressed. It's still quite mild now, we're in October, but normally there's been years where it has just rained all through the summer period, and it really does get me down. But that's just because I am quite naturally more a summer person. My dream is to live somewhere hot, and I'm probably never going to do that because there's so much I love about England. But yeah, it's just the weather. If we had the weather, this would be the most awesome country. So the second question, how do you fit everything in? You're an inspiration, love heart emoji. I have to say I know who that comment is from. That question is from one of my besties, one of the very few people that knows about my YouTube channel actually. And I just thought I'd add that because I knew that she'd put such a wonderful little comment in. She's always saying that, but she doesn't realise that she's pretty much super mum herself. But anyway, how do I fit everything in? I don't, is the answer, if I'm honest with you. I do have a busy life. Obviously, being a parent is hard enough, and running a house. I have got a job. I'm also self-employed and run another business on the side, and I'm trying all this social media stuff. So yeah, it is busy, and I don't have time. And sometimes I'm actually exhausted. I wake up in the early hours of the morning remembering that I haven't done something, and then I'll just like quickly do it then, or I'll set my alarm to get up maybe an hour earlier than I normally would, just so I can kind of maybe edit a video or something. So you know what, it's not always fun, it's not always glamorous, but I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And at the moment, my gut is telling me to just keep doing it. I'm enjoying what I'm getting from the social media stuff, but also I don't want to sacrifice my work and my career because that means a lot to me as well. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I want to be the best at everything. So I want to be the best mum, best employee, and I want to do my best at trying to succeed in this social media game and It's crazy, I don't know why, but I get self-fulfillment out of it. So it makes me happy in the long run, even though sometimes I'm like, help me please, somebody. So yeah, I can't fit it all in. Who can? We're only human, and sometimes we just have to make sacrifices, and that's just exactly what I've done. Next question, how many children do you have? So I actually have 2 children, Eva, who's 10, and Diego, who is 7, who's just about going to turn 8. And what I actually am going to do, which is quite funny, is I'm going to do a series of videos introducing the family, because they do sometimes appear in my videos, and I just thought it'd be really nice if I can just do a quick meet Eva, meet Diego, and also the pets as well, and obviously hubby, if he'll let me get him in any of the videos. So yeah, so you'll find out a lot more about my family actually at that point. But thank you for the question. Okay, interesting. How do you find the confidence to put yourself out there? Now, I have to be honest, I am naturally quite a confident person. I work in an industry where I'm doing public speaking, like I enjoy that kind of thing, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to YouTube, I actually don't have the confidence that you would expect. I don't mind what other people think about me, so the public, I really am quite open to opinions and stuff, and that's fine by me. But I do worry about what my friends and family are going to think. So funnily enough, I haven't really told anyone that I do YouTube. A couple of people know about it because maybe it has come up in conversation, but certainly for the first few months that I was doing it, I didn't tell anyone, except for my husband. And it's just, I think it's not the lack of confidence to put myself out there, but it's more so, what are they going to think about it? And I do know, and I am learning as I'm going along actually, but you've got to put that to a side, because I'm doing this because I really enjoy it. And actually, my friends and family will understand that, because if they know me well enough, they'll know that this suits my character, and it's like, it's not a thing. But because I know that no one really does this, that I know, I just feel a bit like, are they going to be like, oh, pretentious Charlene, thinking she's famous? But otherwise, like, my self-confidence from that perspective, I just go for it. I'm fairly relaxed as a person, and I just kind of think I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so is blogging your career? No, it's not, funnily enough. You would think so by the way that I'm constantly doing it, but no, it's not. I do have a career, and I also run a business, so I kind of do quite a bit of worky kind of things. And blogging is my hobby. Blogging's like my therapy. It's like when I do the YouTube videos, I feel like I've got a friend and I'm like sharing experiences, and it's great. When I write a blog, I do that because I really just want to get my emotions on paper. It really helps me writing. And I started my blog actually because I lost my dad, and for me it was like a diary that I was keeping for him, so I called it Bupper's Diary actually. So I really just enjoy blogging, and like obviously with my Instagram, I just feel like if I can try and get some positivity out there, why not? So yeah, it's not my career, it's just something I really enjoy doing. I'm just mental. How long have you been married? I really had to think about this. I'm awful with dates, and I always have to say, oh, was it this? And even like, if we're at the airport and I get asked for my child's date of birth, I start panicking. I'm like, what year is it? What year is it? And sometimes I've said it wrong. I don't know why, I'm just not very good with dates. But I've been married to Carl for 9 years. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. We've been together almost 20 years, but we got married after we had Eva. So she was 1 and she came to the wedding, and it was wonderful. We got married in Mexico. We were so fortunate. We just wanted a small wedding, so we only had kind of less than 30 people there with us. But it was just more because I'm quite a simple person when it comes to things like that, as you can tell, plain Jane. So I just wanted a really simple wedding, and it was just beautiful, and it was really just all about love, exactly what I wanted. So yeah, married to Carl for 9 years. This question really made me laugh. Is your hair naturally curly? No, my hair's not curly. I do sometimes tong it with straighteners or whatever, but no, my hair is not naturally curly. In fact, it is completely straight. so straight that it's really flat, and I have to use so many products to volumise it. Do you know, if I'm going on a night out or something and I want to look really nice, oh, it's so hard, back combing, and yeah, so no, this is it, flat Stanley, I'm afraid. Although I have sported quite a few perms. I was one of the perm posse at school. We always got our hair permed. But then I kind of grew out of it. And I got my hair perms again actually, just after I had Eva, thinking, wrongly, that it would be easier to manage because I was obviously worrying about a newborn baby and breastfeeding and all of that malarkey, and I just thought, oh, I'm not going to have time to even worry about what I look like. But that really didn't work out at all because it was so hard to manage. So yeah, with Diego, I decided to just get a bob and I cut it all short, and that was really the best thing I could have done. Right, so what is your biggest fear? Oh, you guys, it's a bit juicy. You know, my biggest fear is supernatural type things. So I'm really scared of the thought that there could be ghosts out there. I think it's really weird because I've lost people, like I've lost my dad, and I even like whisper to myself, don't come see me. Like just in case he makes an appearance. I actually think I'll have a heart attack. If I ever see a ghost, honestly, I will just literally die on the spot. I am so terrified of them. I don't know what it is. Even if I watch like a scary movie, it will haunt me for weeks. I've watched movies before and it has taken me so long to get over what I've seen in them. I don't really know what my fear is because I think I've come to terms with death, but it's just I don't know, just freak myself out really. Like I am that person that will run up the stairs pretending I'm talking to somebody because I don't want the ghost to know that I'm alone, like so strange. So tell us something we don't know about you. I mean, if I'm honest, the list is endless because I've only been vlogging for a short while, so there's no way that people will know as much about me as people that are close to me. But I will tell you an interesting fact, is that I'm colourblind. And that's really rare for females to be colourblind. So I thought, well, I'll share that as an interesting fact. And not many people do know that about me actually. So there you go, that's my fact. And then a very sensible technical question. What software do I use to edit my videos? So I currently use Filmora 9, I think it is. And it's great. It suits me down to the ground. I think there's two types of people. There's Apple people and there's Windows people. I'm definitely Windows all day long. So using Filmora is very familiar to me and I'm quite used to the functions and I like it. I did try using iMovie actually on my husband's laptop originally, and I kind of got used to it, I will say, but I definitely find Filmora is just more for me. But I think, like I say, there's different people for different software. You've just got to find the one that suits you the best. So hey, that's it. That's the end of my Q&A. I really enjoyed that. Oh, I love it. It's like this is your life. If you want to do this again, I'm probably going to pick up another Q&A in about 6 months' time. Hopefully by then I'll have more of a variety of audience as well, maybe some different questions. But I'm really looking forward to doing the introduction videos that I've mentioned today. So watch out for those because you will obviously find out a lot more about me when you get to meet the family. So that's it. So thank you so much for watching. And also thank you for the questions and for following my journey. Honestly, I have no idea why I'm doing this. I like it, yes, but what am I hoping to gain from it? I have no idea. I'm just going with the flow. But while you're here supporting me, it means everything. So thank you so, so much. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and I'll hope to see you again. Take care, guys. Bye.